Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. I didn't show this yet, but I gave the tiny house a complete paint job, and the help of my mom, and turned out pretty well actually. Yeah, I like it. We sealed it up pretty good. It's obviously painted right over the eternal bond to help it even seal even better, and got her done. Some of the silicone I couldn't get off, so I left it and just painted over. So is what it is. But I'll show you what's going up on the roof here. I'll take you up there, and so far things are looking snazzy. I don't see any major signs of rain just yet, but whatever. I bought this extension roller. I did everything off the ground. It was pretty sweet. Best investment for a rolling stick I've ever seen. Good quality too. So let's take you up. Oh, the solar wires are hanging over. What am I doing up here? Uh-oh, we got that stuff on there. Yeah, I rolled it, guys. So I needed my dad for a second just to help me flip the big ass solar panel onto the other one. I put a towel on either end just to give it a little buffer in between. This is the first coat, and this is the area that seems to be all our issues. So I'm gonna pour the rest of this can over top of this thing. I'm just letting it tack up a little bit before I do another coat. And then no more leaks. I'm tired of leaks. You're tired of leaks. This channel is tired of leaks. So that's what's going on. These two Whopper panels, this one was just flipping, sitting on here, on these rails here. This screw actually sheared off when I tried to back it out, so I'll have to do something about that, but the rest were holding it, no problem. Not only is this stuff going to waterproof the trailer, it says it has 67% reflectivity, energy efficiency, reflective coating, rain resistant in 6 hours, mildew resistant, use on metal roofs, concrete, modified bitumen, built up and weathered single ply roof, 7-year warranty, elastomeric roof coating. Now, Tremco, #1 trusted brand for protection. Rust-Oleum leak seal. Now it says right on here in the instructions, waterproofs. Okay, Elasto roof coating, waterproofs and weatherproofs, metal, weathered, single ply membranes, as well as smooth surfaces, asphalt, built up, modified, blah blah blah. Who gives a rat's ass? So I'm gonna pour the rest of this on top of here. This was the area of concern, guys. This is exactly where we're having the leaks, okay? If you guys remember indoors. So I'm gonna let this tack up a bit. It says 6 hours, it'll be rain ready. Well, with the wind up here and the sun cooking it, I think we'll be ready faster than that. Especially since I'm gonna pour the rest of this can on this thing, and goodbye leaks. So in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna pour the rest of this baby up here. And I just poured it directly on the roof, and then I just rolled. I did everything from this side of the trailer, though I did have the ladder set up to undo the screws on that side, obviously, right? And threw the rag up there, or the towel. So there we go. I'm liking it. And there's my dad's burnt roof. The fire was extremely close to the solar panels, guys, if you remember that incident. My goodness. My oh my. So I will give her to her, and looks like the yeah, I did we did the skylights with rocker guard, coated them heavily. So I'm not gonna do them, worry about them this year with this stuff. Maybe next year in the spring I'll put it on the skylights if it works. We're gonna find out here shortly, next rainfall, right? So stuff is kind of stinky. The bugs like it for whatever reason, or they're just crazy because it's almost winter. But either way, I'm gonna let it tack up a little bit more, then I'm gonna pour some more to her, and this baby's gonna be damn waterproof. Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House, the construction zone. So I kicked some major ass today at the tiny house, and the roof has 3 coats of the stuff that I put on just here on the ceiling. And then what I did with the excess was I went around the little brackets that are holding the solar panels that are just coated in silicone. I coated them, and then I coated with the extra anything on my roof that I even suspected was possible something. I hit it, covered it. Used the entire can up. My shirt and myself need a shower, and my shorts need a wash, and all my clothes need a wash after this. But I'd like to thank my dad for helping me out flipping the solar panel, and that's what basically all I needed him for, and for my mom for finding that stuff, buying it, and I'm gonna go pay her just give her $70 for helping out. So whatever. So it's clouded over. Let me go grab, I'll show you outside here. Let's take a walk with the camera. This, before I go out, this is, looks like it's nice and dry in here. This got about 3 or 4 coatings as well with a brush, so not too shabby. Show you outside here. Starting to cloud over. That away looks like possibility of something, but we still got blue skies up here. Now I'm leaving the ladders up because I want this stuff to dry, obviously. 3 coats. And I want to get my solar panel flipped back up and in position. So I got to kind of, you know, use that. But I got to flip it up when it's dry enough up there. I want to let, you know, the wind get to it before covering it up with the solar panel. Get the sun to it, the wind. Let it just dry everything up, tack it up nice and pure before I put the panel, flip the panel back over and fasten it, and then donezo. I didn't even have to unplug any wires, guys. I cut one little zip tie that was holding it, and that was it. And I just shut off the main solar switch over here behind that little curtain, and that was it. And actually, it's been off for most of the day now, and we're actually, with the inverter running, we've only dropped to 13.30 running this fan. Pretty amazing. Didn't even tickle the battery, right? And I just had the Dyson going and this electronic air cleaner, and oh, I had some miscellaneous crap plugged in that's nothing to even worry about. But kicked some major ass today at the tiny house, guys. Hopefully I kicked the leaks ass. No more leaks at the off-grid tiny house. That is the goal, because then I can start bundling stuff back up again and again. Do all the cosmetic stuff, painting, trim, blah blah, bleh, all the. I really hate that stuff, to be honest, as you can tell. But yeah, things are looking good. Hopefully this works, because I do not want to have to tear down a foam ceiling again in my life. Fun. But at least I pretty much was keen enough to figure out the area that it's going across on either side, and they both ran into one another, so kind of figured that out, which is a good thing. And then I found that massive gash out there that was crazy as well. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to leave the aluminum tape up there because it's acting as basically a lean-to for the foam. But when that aluminum foil does pooch, events like maybe next year, a couple years, I'm just going to coat it with rocker guard or that shit that I just used on the roof. We'll see how that stuff works. I don't know. Now, one of the things I mentioned up on the roof, this stuff has a reflectivity quality to it, as well as waterproofing and mildew resistant and all that. Now, what does that have to do with my special solar panels? My special solar panels are bifacial, which means they get sun from the top and sun from the, well, not from the, they get light from the top and the bottom. So when I do flip that panel back up, that material the waterproofing membrane I just put on will actually help reflect light back up into the solar panel from below at the same time. So it's a double whammy win for me up there if this stuff is good quality and works. You never know. So I spent a fortune on the tiny house this year, guys. If you guys appreciate my videos and my hard work, consider thumbing up my videos on the daily. That helps me out. If you want to contribute financially, you can do a one-time donation on PayPal or Patreon. Or if you want to get all my live videos all the time, consider becoming a Patreon member, a subscriber, for only $1 a month. That cheap. That cheap. You get all my stuff live as soon as I post it, or upload it basically. And if you stay a subscriber, you get credited on all my future videos. And it's pretty snazzy stuff. And you can communicate with me on there as well. No biggies. I do all my RSO and cannabis videos on Patreon exclusively now. So that's exclusive for my Patreon members. So if you're watching my channel for Rick Simpson oil or cannabis oil, you know where to go. Because YouTube is very strict on alternative medicine. Believe me. So, wish me luck, guys. I'm going to wait about an hour before putting the solar panels up. So maybe I'll go get my dad some lunch and myself some lunch and then get back to work. Alright. Sounds like a plan to me. Alrighty, what time is it, by the way? It is almost 1 p.m. September the 26th, 2021. And if you guys are wondering, wait a minute, this video came out in what? November, December, somewhere in there? Well, that's the reason you should become a Patreon member, because then you get all my stuff as soon as I upload it live. And I do it in large chunks, so I'll give you an hour or two worth of what I did that day, unedited. You guys can go through, there's no ads, watch it all, and keep up to date with me, see how my progress is going. Now, I gotta apologize to one of my Patreon members, Joseph. He was giving me ideas for a pocket door for the bathroom. Now, Joseph, I'm sure you realize that I didn't get that far because I'm battling issue after issue here. So the bathroom layout is the least of my worries at this point. I just want to get the tiny house dried in, tight, working properly. I hope you understand. But I definitely appreciate all your generous donations over the last couple months getting me through all this stuff. I definitely appreciate you, buddy. So sorry if I let you down, but I had to get this stuff done, because what's the point of fixing up a bathroom when you got major leak issues and stuff going on? It's, you know, it was just one of these things. I don't do this professionally or to sell these things. I'm just trying to make a little bug out cabin for myself, a little off-grid paradise. I love it here. I stay here every Friday as much as possible. I want to stay here more and more and more and more often, so I'm in here permanently. But to do that, I have to finish the place, and I can't have leaks and all this other crap coming up. And that's why I appreciate everybody's help on Patreon, even if you're only giving $1 a month. Gets me by, gets me just by. Between that and YouTube, I make probably just enough to cover my rent. That doesn't cover the internet. That doesn't cover building supplies and everything else. So the rest I cover by busting my bag at work, which I have to do tomorrow and the rest of the week for what it looks like. And hopefully this solves everything so I don't come back here and have a complete and utter nightmare on my hands. So the drop sheets are staying in place. I'm not going to spray foam that ceiling until we get a few rains in here. And I know for 100% sure we don't have any leaks anymore. That's just the way it is. I'm just going to drop the mattress, and I may have to sleep sideways, who knows. Because the room is literally taken over by ladders and drop cloths and mess and everything else. So it is what it is. But I did capture a lot of water. Now, one thing I did just do, guys, I turned the bypass on. What's that going to do? It's going to make me not catch any water. Why? Because when I was up there, I looked at my gutters and I noticed the water in my gutters is a little milky from that stuff I just put up there. So I'm not going to capture any of that. And I'm going to run that, I'm going to wait till a few good rains before I turn the bypass back on and start collecting water, because I don't need that crap going through my pipes and my tanks and God knows what. So bypass is on. It looks pretty gross. So anyways, that is it, guys. Very happy. I got a lot done today. Worked my bag off as usual, and is what it is. So appreciate everybody. See you on the next one. To see all my live daily content, become a Patreon member. Click on the link on my YouTube channel at the Off-Grid Tiny House. Click on support this channel. It'll take you to the Off-Grid Tiny House page on Patreon, or you can just Google it. Sign up and join in. Thank you.